Greetings, NASCAR enjoyers, and the Truck Series goes to Connecticut for the first time in the series history, but it's not the first time that trucks race there, as the SCCA once had a Truck Series that used to race there in the 1980s. Also, it has no grandstands. Instead, people bring their own lawn chairs to watch the race. But anyways, the inaugural LiUNA 150 begins with Corey Heim jumping to the lead. Wow. Not even road courses could stop him. He really is like Thanos. Lane Riggs got past Taylor and has jumped up to second. So far, not much is going on. Heim continues to dominate even with Riggs trying to cut his lead gap. Meanwhile, Cruz is trying to get past Taylor, and he too is skilled at road courses. Karoof is also trying to get past Majeski, and he is also battling him for 6th. Because Heim is still leading, I have a feeling that this race review is going to be short, as there isn't much going on. Heim's lead gap has now increased to 4 seconds. Boyd went into the grass, but because the track is bigger than your usual oval, it's not much of a concern, and no caution has been thrown, as the driver did make it out alive. So yeah, there's plenty of room to avoid the other drivers, and to have time to get out of the way. The hardest part is trying to figure out if there's another driver coming up ahead, like traffic. You know how you go for walking every day, there's traffic ahead, and just when you thought the car got past and you're done, and then another car unexpectedly goes. That's kind of like how it is. Anyways, he even made it to pit road on time. We then cut to Frankie Muniz, and he's running in 31st. He's also sponsored by Morgan & Morgan. The unstoppable Corey Heim now has a 5.29 second lead gap, and it keeps increasing. He's that fast. He's so fast that he is already catching up to lap traffic. He even laps his own teammate, Tony Bridinger, or Briding, or however you want to pronounce it, thus proving that nothing can stop him. Meanwhile, Chandler Smith is seen running down Karoof, who also got past Majeski. Taylor also puts Muniz a lap down. As expected, Corey Heim wins the first stage of the inaugural LiUNA 150. During the stage caution, every driver decided to come down to pit road. The pit stops are a bit different at LRP as they take longer. Also, we get a tribute of Larry McClure, who sadly passed away at 81 years old, as he is known for the iconic Kodak No. 4 cars. Rest in peace, Larry. Us race fans will still remember you for the iconic Kodak cars. So yeah, it's best that you press F to pay respects to him. Godspeed. Larry McClure, Godspeed. Yeah, he was resilient to give up the number 4, but he'll still be remembered for those awesome Kodak cars. I always love them. Yeah, especially the one that won the Daytona 500. It's pretty cool. But anyways, after we had that nice tribute, there was no race off of pit road as they all went out at the same time. The second stage begins with Corey Heim continuing to dominate, even with Riggs on his tail. Yeah, there's not a lot of passing, and it proves my point of this not being a next-gen problem. Even the Truck Series has the same problems, just the fact that some tracks are narrow. But anyways, not even stage cautions can stop Heim's domination streak. Waters is battling Ankrum for 14th, and the Aussie manages to get past it. Mosak is currently running in 4th, and Karoof has fallen back to 8th. Anizada, who was looking to be one of the guys to win the race, is running in 9th. He's also doing double duty as he is running in the ARCA series as well. During the race, we see that Jeff Gordon is getting an autograph for Jordan Taylor, who is also revealed to have an alter ego, and it's Rodney Sandstorm. Yeah, his alter ego is Rodney Sandstorm. Kind of like Akio Toyota having the alter ego Morizo, but that's because he did it to hide his own identity in the 24 hours of Nürburgring, so that the press doesn't catch on to Akio Toyota going rogue and decided to create his own race team running 2 Toyota Altezas. Anyways. Yeah, they're trying to find anything to talk about while Heim continues to lead. With 7 to go on the second stage, Heim continues to dominate, and as expected, he wins stage number 2 of the inaugural LiUNA 150. The next set of pit stops that are unique to Lime Rock Park begin, and like before, there's no race off the pit road. A lap gets added for unexpected debris spawning in, and to make matters worse, one truck starts leaking oil. Good lord, this race is taking forever to start. Yeah, like, I know, you can't control what happens, but I still get upset whenever unexpected things happen, because I don't want anything to ruin Corey Heim's chances of winning. I always look forward to seeing him win in the Truck Series. That's how I roll, man. I prefer Corey Heim over Ty Gibbs, and I always look forward to seeing him win. Anyways, it's just incident after an incident. And after the shortest red flag in history has ended, the third and final stage begins with Heim beating Riggs to the lead, and then Crafton went into the grass and fell back to last place. Yeesh. It's not looking good for him. He's a Truck Series veteran. He's like the Frank Kimmel of the Truck Series. He's like what Frank Kimmel used to be. A veteran who teaches the young guys how to race properly. Meanwhile, Waters has jumped up to 12th and is looking to get a top 10 finish. Wood and Mills battle for 22nd. Mills gets into the grass. Riggs attempts to get closer to Heim, but he was never able to do it. Even with 16 to go, Heim has no signs of slowing down. Sutton blows a tire and had to come down to pit road. Mills also went on into the grass and caused a caution as he was unable to get out. A few drivers came down to pit road during the caution, and one driver lost power and had to get towed to pit road. Because of that, an additional lap had to be added. Don't you hate it when that happens? Like, stuff happens and you're just praying that it doesn't affect your favorite driver's chances of winning. But anyways, the unexpected caution ends with Lane Riggs attempting to get past Heim until he locks up and chaos ensues. Not even Taylor is safe. Ty Majeski is now in second and Waters has jumped up to 5th. Holy crapper! Waters might get a top 10 finish! Riggs is now in 14th and no longer in contention to beat Corey Heim. In the final lap, all Corey Heim has to do is not jinx it and add his name to the Lime Rock Park winners. And just like that, Heim adds another win to his Truck Series tally. Needless to say, this race was won for Corey Heim as he was dominant, and it sure was great to see him win at a road course. Yeah, he's great on ovals, but you would never expect him to win at a road course. This race gets an 8 out of 10, and it certainly is Heim time at Lime Rock Park. Yeah, the race was good. Of course, seeing a driver dominate the entire race, yeah, it gets boring seeing the driver dominate the entire race, and it gets a point knocked off of that, but it's still great to see Corey Heim win. And it's good to see NASCAR at Lime Rock Park. Of course, the race did have some issues and some cautions that would have ruined Heim's chances of winning, but overall, it's still a good race. All I gotta see him do now is go head-to-head with Ty Gibbs. But anyways, I'm going to sign off, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell just in case you haven't already done so. Catch you guys next time, and it's Heim Time, baby. Peace out.